Welcome back, everyone. Continuing work on these liner locks. If you've been following along, we're up to the point now where I'm going to start setting the starts and stops on the blades, getting the backspacers finalized on the depth, and start working on bolsters, then handles. We'll grind the blades last, but we're at that point now. We're getting close to where we'll start working on handles. So if you're still here right now in this very unpopular series, thank you. I appreciate it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this Damascus backspacer cut down for this one liner lock, and we'll start getting these starts and stops tuned in. So let's get to it. You know, I'm pretty convinced that educational content on YouTube is dead. All right, we're going to go ahead and get our backspacer cut down and get her fit up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and surface grind this backspacer, and I have the other one here for the other blade, which is a frame lock, and I'm gonna go ahead and kill two birds with one stone. Get them up here. They're both gonna be different thicknesses, but I'll get one done and keep on going with the other one. I like to come in here and block these up because they're so small, the parts are so small, surface grinder will move them. You don't want that to happen. And that usually does the trick. Definitely not fancy. And that'll keep them in place. So I got to take quite a bit, around 95 thousandths off each one, thereabout. All right, now that I've got that thickness done, I'm gonna go ahead and drill this backspacer. It's only one I don't have drilled except for the frame locks, and we're not worried about them right now. Normally I would drill this before I profile it, and that way I can clamp it. I don't have to glue it. I've got it glued, and I've also threaded the liners. I like to drill the backspacer before I thread the liners because I risk messing up those delicate threads. So I'm gonna touch off on each one of them, and then I'll drill it out after I get my glasses. Now, I'm going to take this backspacer off here so I don't risk messing up those threads, and I'll finish drilling it out. And I'll go drill it out, and then I got to clean this off. Now I can drill the pass-through hole for the 256 screw. All right, folks, I want to show you the setup I got here. Now, I mentioned in the previous episode, I'm putting bearings in one of these. There'll be bearings in the frame locks, but I'll have washers in the others. And I wanted to show you how you could make these with washers or bearings. You don't have to have bearings. Putting bearings in this one, but I have to cut a pocket in this liner. I don't have the pocket cutter like this for this size bearing. If the diameter is a little bigger. Don't ask me why, different company. But I've got a line-up pin in here going in and out of this pivot hole. I'm doing that so I can line it up, take this out, and put in a cutter that will cut the diameter of that bearing. I have to go down 27 thousandths. These are 47 thousandths thick bearings, not like the 60s I normally use. That way I can cut them in the 65,000 liners. I know that's a lot of thousandths. But anyway, I want to show you this setup. I got it lined up, clamped down, rickety, but it'll work. So I'll get this changed out, get our cutter in there and cut it 27 thousandths. I'll be using DRO to see what I'm doing here. All right, so now what I want to do is adjust these stops on the stop pin. So I'll put it in here in the pivot. You know, I cut the tracks, but I'm a little short here. It's got to come up quite a bit. Not a whole lot, but enough. Here it's got to come down, and I mean, it doesn't take much to move it a lot. So there's a couple ways you can do this. I can go back, put it over at the mill, and just set it on the pivot, down on the pivot. You could put the hole down there and just move it back and forth on the end mill to cut what I need and then take it back off. Or if it's just a small amount, I could take it over to my rotary tool and just slightly touch where I see it hitting. I will look at it, put it on here, look at where it's hitting the stop pin, and make a little mark and just take a little bit off there with the rotary tool and a carbide burr. And I'll show you that. So I've just got a 1/8 carbide burr in here, and I want to take a small amount. I've got a mark here and a mark there where I know where it's hitting. And it doesn't take much. And that's about it. If you overdo it, it's ruined. You'll have it closing too far or open it up too high. You don't want that. All right, we got it pretty close right here. But what I need to do is assemble it because this stop pin's got a little flex in it just in one side here. So we need to put both sides on, screw it together, lock it down for, to check final fit. Even if it's hitting here, it's going to stiffen this pin up and bring it up. I may even have to take a little more off this backspacer here to get it down where it needs to be below the frame. It's pretty close right now though. So I'll assemble it and check it out. All right, so now I can see that I need to come up just a little more here, but I'm pretty close on the closing. I'm going to take just a hair off of it and she'll be done. Working smooth. All right, so now I'll get that out of the way. I'm going to start working on doing some bolster work now. I do have to cut the stop pin links and the pivot links. The pivot heads will be underneath the bolsters. I'm going to hide those heads, but the links is just the width of the frames here, of the liners, so outside to outside. I like to come down a couple thousandths with the pivot so that I don't bottom out with the screw and cause it to spin. But I'm going to come in here and cut those pockets out for those heads, and then I can start shaping them. All right, I've got one of my bolsters set up in here, and now I've got to cut a pocket on the inside for the pivot head to sit down into. The pivot head will be hidden from the outside. All you see is two screws that hold the bolster to the liner. But I lined it up the same way as I did for the pocket for that liner. But I don't have a pilot hole in here like you do in the pivot hole for the liner where you can use a counter bore. I don't have one anyway, so it'll be a bottom cut here with an end mill. Got it lined up the same way with a 3/16 dowel that went into a center punch. And right now I'm zeroed on my DRO. I got to go down 65 thousandths, and that'll be it. So let's get her going. I just take my time. Now, what I'll do is take one of these screw heads for the pivot, set it up there, see how it looks. It should be below the surface, and it is. It looks pretty good, about 5 thousandths below, which is what I want. And that's how I do it. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, it's time to put them together here, or at least put this one together. We're going to test it out. Now, I also have to shorten these pivot screws. It's tough. I sharpen them and then I round them off. So it's not easy, but to get the look I want, that's what I have to do, because you don't have enough distance to put this is the shortest screw I can find, and I have to shorten them so they don't bottom out on each other inside this pivot barrel. So I'm gonna get this together, and we're going to see how she looks. All right, we got them all cut. What I like to do is take the bolsters, stick them up there, got everything tight, and make sure that those bolsters have no daylight in between them. Because I don't want to have to go back and try to cut pockets deeper after I've done shaped them and contoured them. Then they're hard to hold. Now, I could always take a little more off of the tops of these, but I got them down, about as far as I want to bring them. But everything's looking tight and right. I've already cut the pivot links and the stop pin links. So this thing's ready to finish the bolsters out on. And I'll have to go and cut the pockets and the other 2 blades. But we're going to have to do that on the next one. I hope you got something out of this. I appreciate you watching. I want to thank my patrons, and we'll pick right back up here next time on these folders.